Alrighty. Man, what a year it's been, huh? What a year, huh? Yeah. Oh, wait, it's January. um. So, yeah, as you could probably guess by the stream title, we're gonna be doing some texture editing. We're gonna texture edit the WAD that I did on a previous stream, and just kind of adding some extra stuff to it. I don't really have a theme that I went with when making one of those levels. I'm just kind of using them as, like, you know, not examples, but like they're just, I have made them on stream. I might as well use them for later streams, right? So, I don't, man, I don't. This year has been very eventful, obviously. It's you have, like, David Lynch and people passed away, and you have the fires and all that. Oh boy. Anyway, I'm kind of scatterbrained right now. I'm sorry, I'm jumping between topics, but yeah, we're gonna do some texturing today, and we're gonna use the WADs that I made earlier, as I said previously, and just kind of fuck around with that. Again, I don't have a theme for those WADs. I'm just gonna do stuff that I think is interesting or would be fun for a stream. So without further ado, go ahead and switch to my monitor view. So anyway, this is Slade. You probably saw when I did Ultimate Doom Builder. This has a lot of very similar features to Ultimate Doom Builder, but whereas Ultimate Doom Builder is kind of just meant for making WADs, this can, like, actually edit the WADs themselves, like the file structure and alter all sorts of stuff. You can make textures. You can't do that with Ultimate Doom Builder. Ultimate Doom Builder is kind of just like a you take Legos, sort of, and you put them together. This one, you can actually put in, like, custom. You can put in custom textures, custom sounds, custom, whatever. I'm not going to demonstrate the sounds right now today, but I figured I'd just have fun editing levels that we did previously and just kind of putting some textures in them and kind of showing you how it's done. So let's see here. Yeah, okay. So first off, what you have to do is you have to open up our WAD here. So I'm gonna open it up here. I'll just show you how. So this is the original Doom 2. So you have, like, all of this stuff. So, like, here's your color palette. This is gonna be important for later. Here's your color map. Here's your end screen. That's just, like, ANSI text. Just a bunch of, like, here's the maps themselves. Pretty cool. And you have all sorts of data. This is basically all of the data that's in the WAD file is basically listed out here for you. There's a lot of it. Like, here's the sound effect for the pistol, for example. Yeah, so this is for, like, if you're using a PC speaker, right? So these are, like, so they had to include both of these in order to, like, demonstrate what so, like, people were gonna have different types of PCs back then. Like, they didn't always have, speakers or sound cards. They had just the PC speaker, and so this was just to accommodate those people. Anyway, here's a bunch of, like, menu stuff, like all of the HUD heads-up display. And just, you know, here's all the wall textures that we're using in Ultimate Doom Builder. And all of that is just contained in this little WAD file. So anyway, now that we got that done, let's go ahead and let's see here. Open up our WAD that we made earlier. We don't want. I'm gonna make a copy of it so I don't fuck it up, because Slade can be very finicky, especially when you're like editing the WAD file itself. If you make a mistake, or there's like some sort of thing that the vanilla Doom doesn't know how to handle, unexpected behavior will result. You know, it might not result in a crash. It'll result in weirdness. So here's the map that we did, as it would look in Ultimate Doom Builder. So here's our very basic map. Here's the things that are in that map. So these are all the items, the monsters, and all that stuff. Line defs. This is where all of the... So remember when we were making sectors? This was what we were basically defining. This is the table of all those line quote-unquote defs. You have side defs, vertices, segments, sectors, nodes. Nodes, this is something that we didn't really have to deal with. This was like handled automatically. I can't remember what nodes were used for, but it's something that, you know, Ultimate Doom Builder handles for you. Here's our second map, where we kind of go down the hallway and go around and, you know, get the key, go around, go through the maze, and hopefully win. So, what we want to do is we want to add custom textures to our WAD. Sort of like, again, with the previous stream, we played, you know, we played all those mods, and a lot of those mods had custom textures. And, like, you know, especially the Fistful of Doom mod had a bunch of custom, like, pictures and, like, sounds and all that stuff. And with Slade, you can actually kind of do a lot of that, you know, custom stuff. It's just, you know, when you're working with vanilla Doom, there are a couple of limitations that you kind of have to keep in mind that don't apply to Z-Doom. Like, if you're using Z-Doom or GZ Doom, you can use you can just use PNGs, right? But unfortunately for vanilla Doom, it cannot read PNGs. You have to do, you know, a bunch of conversions, and they have to be located in a certain way. Right? It's very, very specific how you have to do this, and if you don't do it correctly, again, it might not crash, but you'll have like weird results. Okay, I'll go into that. I'll explain what that means a little later, but first off, I'm just gonna do a new entry, and this is gonna be FF start. This has to be capitalized, and then I'm gonna make a new entry. F. This is only one F. F end. Okay, I'll explain what these are a little later. Oh, again, I don't want to import a file. New entry, PP start, and then new entry, PP end. So these are very important because where you put, you're gonna put your files in these, right? But, and this doesn't apply, what I'm saying doesn't apply to GZ Doom. GZ Doom gets rid of this limitation, but, you know, in vanilla Doom, you have to worry about this. So essentially, FF start and F end is going to be where you put your, what's called flats. Okay, flats are basically, in Doom, are your ceiling and floor textures. In vanilla Doom, there's a difference between those floor and ceiling textures and wall textures. Right, those are just normal textures, and those go under PP start and PP end. And in GZ Doom, this doesn't happen, right? In GZ Doom, you can use anything as a floor texture, you can use anything as a wall texture. It doesn't care. But vanilla Doom cares, and there are certain limitations for these. For example, FF start and F end, they both have to be They have to be, I think they have to be 64 by 64. They can't be any other size. They can only be that size, which is 64 by 64. The other thing is, you know, you have PP start and PP end. This is where your normal textures go. And there's an extra step when dealing with those. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and start with the simpler thing. We're just going to do the flats. And for the flats, we're going to import a 64 by 64 image. This is not going to be... let's see here. I'm just going to do this to demonstrate. I'm probably not going to actually use this in the WAD. I might make a different... I might actually just go into Sprite and make a flat texture, but I'm just going to do this to show you how it's done. I'm just going to use this to show you how it's done. I think it's this file right here. There we go. This is the Godot sprite. Anyway, as you can see, this is a 64 by 64 sprite. So it is compatible with the flat. And unfortunately, the FF start was replaced by... Actually, we can't... Can I undo that? No, okay, I'm gonna have to do something else. Okay. Sorry, sometimes this happens. You know, you put in something and Slade will, like, overwrite the marker. It's not supposed to. It's kind of something you have to deal with. I'm gonna just do this again. We'll use a different button here. Let's see here. Import. Does this work? Yes, I want to replace it. What? Uh-oh. I may have accidentally deleted the PNG I used. Oh. Alright. Well, I guess I'm going to have to re-download it. The icon.png, I think is what it's called. Give me a moment. I don't want a YouTube video. I just want the... Yeah, it's 1024 by 1024. I want the stock. I might just have to go to the repository. Logo.png? No, that's the actual game. I want icon. Icon.png is what I want. Okay, hopefully this will work. Oh no, it replaced the marker again. Again, we can't have it replace the marker. That's the kind of problem. Also, this needs to be resized. This is way too big. Crop, rotate, optimize. How do we optimize? We can optimize check console. Okay. Just want to resize it. I don't think it's a resize. I can crop. Fortunately, you can't click and drag. 64, 64. Yeah, no, it's not gonna allow you to click and drag. Oh boy. Okay, icon. Okay, Godot icon 64 by 64. Okay. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to remove this. We're gonna have to delete this. Because we can't have it... We can't have the... thing move. We also have to move this up. I think the The order in which you do these actually matters. So I'm just gonna have to, again, I'm gonna have to delete all of them and restart. Delete, yes. We'll just delete, yes. New entry, FF start, F end. Entry, EP start, EP end. I gotta figure out which archive. Archive. I thought I hit import files before, but maybe it didn't. There we go. All right. Now we have it properly imported. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and rename this to just icon.png. Just icon. Now, unfortunately, it can't go in as is. Again, Doom can't read PNGs. So you have to convert them. And to do that, you have to convert it. Where's the convert button? Oh, right here. So you have to convert it to a Doom flat paladin. And as you can see, it's going to take the Godot, or this image, and then it's going to turn it into that, right? This is how it's, so it has to convert it into the right image, and obviously, because it has to use, it can't use the PNG palette, because again, that has way too many colors for Doom to handle. Like, Doom can only handle, I think, 256 colors at a time. So it needs to be converted, and it needs to be converted to the Doom palette, which means it loses a lot of the colors that it normally used. So instead it looks like this. It also loses transparency. You can't have transparent floor textures. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and just remove that. Remove transparency, because again, it's not compatible with floors. And as you can see, like, the transparent edges are replaced with little black blocks. Anyway, we're just gonna convert that, and at that point, we're done with the flats. That's all you have to do. Hit save. Yes, I want to save changes to icon. And now we want to do regular textures. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna do another. No, wait. I don't want to open. I want to import files. And you have to do it under PP start. That's your texture area. That's where it lives in the WAD. And for that, I downloaded some of these images earlier because I wanted to, I was trying to think of an image to place into the WAD file, and I figured, hey, you're killing demons, so why not put Griffith? Why not put Griffith into the thing? This giant fucking texture. How big is? Oh my god, it's 564 by 6. That's ginormous. Holy shit. But I figured you're killing demons, so why not put Griffith into the game? Unfortunately, it is 564 by 564. That's really big, as far as Doom's concerned. I think that's like twice the size of any Doom texture that's in the game. I think I can crop it, though. I think I'm going to crop it so that it's only like, I don't know, 128 by 128. Then I'll move it like, how much is 10? Okay. Not a lot. Okay, how much is 200? Okay. Oh fuck. Okay, it's signed. Okay. What about relative movement? What about 0? Kind of hoping I can move this, but apparently you cannot. Kind of hoping I can move the square down. I mean, I could just put it in as is, and it'd be funny. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. All right. But yeah, I figured, you know, put Griffith in, and why not? We'll put a different, we'll put another Griffith texture and see if that. I downloaded 2 of them. I don't know how big this one's gonna be. Let's go ahead and import. What's this one? Oh, this is even bigger. Oh, it's 500 by 701. That has transparency on it, though. Plus, it doesn't really look as good. I'll just delete this. Anyway, you know, we'll say that, you know, Doom Guy, you know, he's killing demons. He's trying to, you know, he's going after Griffith. You know, he has to kill Griffith. He's been isekai'd or whatever to the Berserk world. You know, he has to kill all the demons there. So, with that done, you know, again, I'm just trying to demonstrate the how you import textures. But with that done, like that's not the last step, unfortunately. Flats are very simple. You can just convert them and put them in the flat thing, but textures, they have to actually be there's a bit of a process here. So first you have to convert it just like you do with the flat. We'll hit convert. And because it's a black and white image, it doesn't actually lose a lot of its detail. So, but most importantly, I have found out that for whatever reason, if you have a picture that's not transparent, or that's like has transparency in it, it'll fuck up your game. I don't know why it does this. Like, your game will run, but it can't, it'll run fast. Like the CPU speed is over something. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and disable enable transparency on the textures, because in Vanilla Doom, it's weird. It doesn't like it sometimes. Anyway, I'm going to hit convert, and there, it's converted. But again, as I said, that's not it. You have to do an extra step, which is that you have to go ahead and you have to actually add this to the texture lump that includes all of the Doom 2 textures. Okay, so what it is that unless otherwise specified, if I don't explicitly add this texture to the existing Doom 2 table, right? Doom 2 has like this table of textures that it can reference and use, and if I try to add this directly, it'll just replace the textures, right? It'll just say, oh, there's just this one fucking texture in the game, and all the other textures will be gone. And so instead you have to basically tell the editor to say, yeah, I want the Doom textures as well as this texture. And it will merge and it'll merge both the Doom 2 textures and this texture and add it on top of it, right? It'll add it to its database that I can reference. So this way we don't lose the Doom textures. So what I have to do this is I need to add it to texture X. It's like, so you just hit yes on this. And you'll hit import from base resource archive. This is important. Okay, you don't hit create new. You only hit create new if you're replacing every texture in Doom. Like you're doing like a total conversion or something. We don't want to do that. So we'll just hit OK. And there we go. Our new, yes, we have to save the changes to our entry here. We have our new texture thing explicitly stated this time. Technically, the reason why this WAD still ran, even though it didn't have this P names and texture explicitly stated, is that Doom just kind of assumes you're using it. But here, because we're adding a new texture, we have to explicitly state, all right, we want all of the Doom textures and this texture. And it's important, because we're making a Doom 2 WAD, it's important you state your base resource there, because it asks for like, oh, you want to use your existing base resource? You have to select this, and it has to be for the mod that you targeted when you made your custom WAD. It has to be for the game that you targeted, that you made for your custom WAD, I think. or mod or whatever, you know. So, and yeah, a palette, we won't worry about that right now. But anyway, as you can see, we have all the textures in Doom. Scroll all the way down, plus our one custom texture. So now, theoretically, we should be able to open Ultimate Doom Builder again, and we should be able to input our custom textures. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back here and into Ultimate Doom Builder. And now we're going to open the map. And yeah, we have Chocolate Doom. Okay, no, this is this my yes, it is my custom mod. Okay. All right, so hopefully there's no errors. Thank goodness when we opened it. We go in, and you know, you'll see all of these monsters and stuff, and you know, I've showed you all this already. So let's go ahead and right-click on our wall, and we should see our custom texture. We should see our custom texture. It was named, we named it Griffith. Should be here somewhere. Go ahead and filter it. There it is. Giant Griffith, or his hair. I gotta. Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to. I gotta like scroll it. The texture might be too big. It might actually just be too big and it can't read it. You'd have to resize it, obviously. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, there. Okay, there you go. You could just, have Griffith's eyes staring at you the entire fucking time. But there you go. It should work now. We'll also put in our Godot texture. Again, this is just, I'm not gonna leave this in here. I'm just doing it to demonstrate textures and stuff. But we'll create a custom texture later on. But in this stream. But let's see. What was it? It was icon? No, I think we call it Godot. What do we call it? Might be in flats, actually. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, no, hang on. We need to click the floor. We should have our Godot logo somewhere in this. It should appear. Unless I didn't save it. Hang on a minute. What did I call it? Oh, it's just called icon. Okay. There we go. And there you go. So you have our little Godot icon put back into the floor here. Obviously, it's not a good floor texture, but I'm just doing this to demonstrate how to put it in. All right, but anyway, let's run it. Hopefully, there's no unintended side effects. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, it doesn't look too great on the inside. It looks good in Z-Doom, but yeah, Doom's having trouble handling it, but it seems to work. We can just kill all those guys and I come in here. So the reason why the Griffith texture isn't working, it's part of the reason why I wanted to resize it was because, you know, if the texture's too big, Doom doesn't really know how to handle it, like a vanilla Doom. If this were Z-Doom, it would handle it just fine. But here, there's like weird artifacting. In fact, if I were to, like, Or to like go in and like hit Shift R. That would probably work, even though it's just his hair. This is why you have to sometimes resize textures. Oh, it's still fucked up. Yeah. Unfortunately, Vanilla Doom's gonna be very picky about what you can put in there. The texture is too big. And yeah. So with that out of the way, I'm not gonna bother trying to. Yeah, if you want to get the texture to work and it's too big, you just have to resize it. I'm not going to do that this stream. Again, this is just an example. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to create a custom texture. But yeah, how do I... Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch a sprite and we're going to create a custom floor texture here, and maybe a wall texture. I don't know. We'll just we're not gonna save the changes. I'm gonna go ahead and launch a sprite here, and go ahead and do a new thing. And we're gonna make it. We'll make it flat first, right? We'll make a 64 by 64 flat. I warn you, I'm not the greatest at digital art. We'll go ahead and hit... Okay, we don't want transparent, obviously, because we're making a floor texture. We can't have this transparency. You can either make it white or black. I'm going to make it white. And now, obviously, you go in here. And you might be thinking, well, hang on, Doom uses a custom palette. When you have, like, these colors right here, how can you use... how do you make a Doom... color with its palette? How do you make a Doom image with its palette? Well, all you do is you download. There's a website you can download palettes in .gpl format, and fortunately, somebody made a palette that has all the Doom colors already in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create. I don't know, the canvas. I don't. Yeah. Palettes, options, select, load palette. Okay. Oh, we don't want this actually, or at least I don't want that. Okay, well that's what I want. I select palette. The way to load... Okay, here we go. We have presets. Should be in here. There it is. Play palette. That's the Doom palette right there. I'm gonna hit load. And now you have all of the colors that's in the Doom palette. These are all the colors. And if you use these colors, when you convert, shouldn't be much of a difference, right? It's not gonna look too different from what you had. So now the question is, what kind of texture would make a good floor, right? So again, I'm just gonna go ahead and I don't know. We have a lot of browns. I don't know, maybe make a maybe use orange. I like an orange color. Maybe a brownish orange color. Get the paint bucket. There we go. And then I don't know. So now we have like an orange floor tile. Oh, whoops. Don't want to do that. And now we have a... we want something that's kind of... kind of hard to work with this palette. You know, in texture editing, you have to worry about, like, when you're making textures, there's these things called like hue shifting and, like, you know, things you have to worry about. So if I'm doing orange, I want to shift this to the right into like yellow, I think. What are we using? Hang on, I'm gonna change. I don't like this color. I'm gonna use this color. And I'm gonna go ahead and create some, create some different shapes. Actually, I mean, this is... A lot of places in Doom are very, selection tool. They're very, structured, right? I know, I'll create a bunch of, like, rectangles. You know, I'm just kind of sketching out some basic shapes here. Oh, maybe there's something right here, too. And we'll fill these with this color. Paint bucket tool. Okay, I didn't want it to be that color. I want it to be the color that we had. Yeah, there we go. And so we have this, we have our, I guess this is our shadow, this is our mid-tone, I guess. So we want some highlights. Just, oops, didn't want to make the whole thing. And I am an amateur, I'm not a professional artist. Or digital artist, at least. I'm doing this with the mouse. I don't have a drawing tablet currently hooked up. Fuck. Okay. Kinda. Now I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm just thinking like mechanical. Or like, you know, like just some sort of weird floor. I don't really have a concept. I'm just kind of doing what my brain wants to do. Shit. Okay. Fucked it up at the end. This is kind of like our highlight color. Kinda. Son of a bitch. And I wanna go too long on stream. Alright, so we have our highlight. For mid-tone, our highlight. I don't know, why not add some, I guess, shadows or rougher patches to sort of our little thing right here. I think it's darker than this. Adding some lines here and there. And I don't really know where I'm going with this. This is looking more stone and less mechanical, but I'm just gonna go wherever my wherever my brain takes me. I don't know. Do that. Let's try... Okay, so we got that. Now we want a darker color that's kind of like the shadow of this. I don't know where the light's coming from just yet. Why not? I guess just have it come straight from above, I guess. Yeah, this is not gonna be the greatest texture work ever. I don't claim to be a texture god or anything. I'm just kind of like, you know, I'm being a stream. I'm kind of pressed for time, so I don't really have the ability to just kind of take my time and sketch out an idea and everything. I kind of just have to go. I also want there to be some, like, you know, details in the... I don't know. I need to add dithering. I think I'm gonna add dithering around all these highlight areas. We'll have it kind of fade as it gets to the edge. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Get the eyedropper tool. I can't remember what color I used. Yeah, this color. Okay. We'll just start dithering here. A little bit of very basic dithering. Yeah, and just make this quicker. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, so the whole point is to kind of create the illusion that there's like this is raised. And this is not gonna be the greatest. If I had more time, I would actually think about, you know, what I want my WOD to be, what I'm aiming for, what's the overall theme of it. You know, those are all things to keep in mind when you're making this. Obviously, the WOD was made, it was stream of consciousness, so I'm doing the same thing with this. And just trying to do this. Dithering can get very tedious, especially when you're doing all these like highlight type stuff. Oops. Oops. It's not where I want you to go. And but I'm just trying to give you an example of what you can do with the Doom palette. There are people who can do far better stuff, obviously, than me. And then we want that there. Obviously, since this is a floor tile, you'll also want to be like concerned about things like, you know, continuity. So like if you're to, how Doom works is that it stitches all these tiles together, and you'll want to worry about like how well these kind of go together. Like if you look, you see how you have like this huge path, and if we were to like move, like if this were to be like if this were to be like moved, like imagine there's a bunch of this tile, copies of it all around it. You know, you'll want to make sure that they all kind of flow evenly into each other. I think I went way too complicated, honestly. I think I would have been better if I just made it like a basic cube shape and just worked off of that instead of doing this shit. Because right now, like, if I were to make this tile and move it to the right, it wouldn't be, it wouldn't look good. Luckily, I think I can resize stuff. We'll just kind of resize this. Kind of messily resize it. And put this over here. And then we'll fill the thing back up again. In fact, actually, I'm gonna resize this as well. It looks like the bottom of this. And go ahead, we'll bring out the color tool. And we want to get rid of the selection tool here. There we go. Kind of again, there are tools in Sprite where you can kind of preview how it would look when it's like meshed with against each other. I think can't remember what tool that was specifically. Maybe frame, cell, great cell. Oh, it's duplicate view. Oh no, that just creates a new tab. Alright, well, we're probably gonna want to fix this, so go ahead and do that. or eyedropper, whatever color this is. And get whatever this is. Get our eyedropper tool. Eyedropper tool again. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, this is okay. This is slightly wider than I want it to be. That's okay. Unwiden that a bit. Oh, this is. Let me check my. Pretty good. Okay. I was just making sure I didn't go into like some sort of DMCA thing. My Spotify. And I'm gonna want this. I think I made a mistake right there. Instead, I think I should have started here. Shit. Alright. It's not the eyedropper one. I wanted this color. Well, you know, it's not much, but this is a very shitty floor texture, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it'll go well together because it won't tile to the right. Oh well, you know, I'm just gonna put it in. Fuck it. You know, again, sometimes, you know, stream of consciousness works, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm just gonna say this as a 4. Floor. Whatever. And now we have to. Now, obviously, it saves as a sprite. You have to export this as a PNG. So we'll just export this floor PNG canvas all through. Yeah, sure, whatever. All right, so this is good. That's gonna be our floor. And now we're gonna do our wall. We do our wall texture. Do 128. So for our wall, again, I gotta load our palette. Oh, not what I wanted. I had it. I literally just did it. I have to select from presets. Yeah, there we go. So for our wall, let's go ahead and I think I'm gonna do what I said. I think I'm gonna do a basic, like, square, like almost like a pyramid shape. Kind of what I have in my mind. I should have started with a black background. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change it to a black background. Where's the paint bucket? There it is. And then we'll kind of like have this. Whoops. Kind of have this like outline of like a pyramid. Whoops. In fact, I'm just gonna use the straight line. I think there's a straight line tool in Sprite. I can just Alt Shift, holding Control. No. There's a way to create. Oh yeah, here's line tool. There we go. And we'll say the light's coming from the left. Or like the upper left. And then we have our kind of... Let's just get to the center. I'm going to need a grid for this. Go ahead and enable our grid. Yeah, we want symmetry. We want symmetry across all axes. We want to go to the center. There we go. And we'll say the light is coming from the upper left. Yeah. So I'm trying to imagine it in my head. What I'm gonna want is I'm gonna want this lighter gray right here. I mean, it's basically like a pyramid's like a cube, so it'll have like the different faces will be like different. Like so, like the one closest to the light source is going to get most of the light. And it's gonna be relatively flat. A lighter gray I can use. Yes, there is. Try. Yeah. All right. We'll use the fill tool. Fill tool. Where is my fill tool? Oh, paint bucket. Here it is. Yeah. And then this will be a slightly darker gray. And this will be a darker gray, and this come from the upper. This is gonna be the darker one that we have. It'll be kind of down there. This will be kind of like our wall. And I'm going to want to do some dithering as well. So... Oh, nope. I don't want that entire thing. I just want a little bit of it. Get a bit of different... We're going to add like a highlight on the... kind of like the left side here. This is where the light's coming from. And then I'll add this gray here, this lightish gray that we have. It's my... Here it is. I'll kind of like... add this. Oops. Oh, wait, hang on. I accidentally skipped some. I think I did. I may have not alternated this completely accurately. It might be too bright, honestly. It might. Hang on. I wish there was a slightly... Ah, it looks alright. Then we'll kind of have to do similar transformations to the other side here. Maybe this time we don't want to use this super bright color. We want to use... kind of like this. Slightly brighter gray. Again, not a professional artist. I'm just kind of half remembering how you do highlights. We'll kind of, whoops. We'll kind of, at least these darker. That looks alright. It's a little more smooth on this end, though. And we just kind of stop right there. Hang on. Eyedropper tool. Anyway, I guess I hope everybody's been having a good Friday. This is gonna, might as well make small talk since it's gonna take a while. Again, I don't really want to use too much. I want like a mid-tone between these two. Should add a third white. So right here. Kind of gets across what I'm trying to make. Again, do not. I'm half remembering how to do dithering and like reflections and stuff, and, like how to do this. I'm making a mistake somewhere. Don't look as good as it's kind of supposed to be. I'll have to look at examples later. And now we have to work on the shadow side. This one's not going to have too much. This is going to be where our darkest shadow is, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Um, I don't know, this is... Yeah, this could be a lot better. Um... Oh, that kind of gets across what I'm trying to get at. We'll just call it there. Oh, maybe this is too... Hang on, let me, see what this looks like if I just, like, try and dither this a little bit more. Get rid of this, like, black line. Kind of looks better. Kind of looks all right. You can kind of see what I'm trying to do. Again, a professional artist. Digital artist, anyway. Well, I'm not a professional artist, regular artist either. But I do traditional art. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it. It's already an hour and 20 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and call that. This is gonna be our wall texture. We'll just save it as wall. And obviously we have to export this as a PNG. So that's what we're gonna do here. And go ahead and exit this out. Go back to our standby. You can see the little birds. And we go back into Slade. We're gonna add more textures to this. Go ahead and just add. Let's import. No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to use that. We want to import files. I'm going to go ahead and navigate to my Asprite directory where I save my Asprite stuff. Alright, so this is our floor. That's pretty bad. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna convert this. We don't want transparency. We want this to be a flat. And notice how basically no change because we use the Doom palette. So I'm going to save. Yes. Go to PP Start. We're going to do the same thing for our wall. There it is. We're going to convert it. Look at that. No changes because we use the Doom palette. Basically no changes. And yes, we want to save changes to the entry wall. We got Griffith right there. All right, so now hopefully this should work without any changes to gameplay. We're gonna open up Ultimate Doom Builder. And Yeah. Just gonna run it first, make sure there's no like errors. Okay, nobody's running. No enemies are running super fast at me, so I'm gonna assume this is good. And we'll go ahead and just input our textures here. We'll do our floor. Our shitty little floor texture here. And let's see here. Do our walls with our custom wall texture. Texture is not showing. Uh-oh. I wonder if I accidentally overrode another file that was named wall. I probably should have named it something else. Go back to Ultimate. Let's go back to Slade here. Yeah, it's just called wall. So what we can filter. It's 128 by 128, so we should be able to filter out for it. Maybe it'll put it under a different name. Seeing it. One 128. I'm not seeing it. Might be a sign that we... Hang on. I'm gonna exit out of Ultimate Doom Builder. Do not save the changes to the map. I do not recommend trying this, but I'm gonna go ahead and probably... Oh! I know what it is. We forgot to regenerate the Texture X. What happened? My mistake. I forgot that step. I'll go ahead and launch Ultimate Doom Builder again. It should show up. Here it is. Yeah, you have like a little wall texture. You can... Wait, probably a little big. Let me, in fact, let me put on these walls. These walls might be more appropriate. Again, oh, there we go. That fits perfectly, actually. Yeah, but yeah, you see, you have like a little custom little texture right there that you can use to Again, if you made your texture in Sprite, you can just import it right here using the steps I showed you, and it'll look fine. It'll probably look better than what I did. Yeah, you can have like this little floor right here. We'll test it, make sure there's nothing nothing wrong happening with the game's physics. There you go. How about that? Yeah, obviously you could, again, if you don't want to create your own, you can just, download some PNGs off the internet if you want and, like, resize them. Oh, shit. God damn, I keep forgetting to switch over. But yeah, here you go. I was able to put my, the textures on the wall. And my little floor textures that we made. Yeah, not the greatest, obviously. But yeah, that's, like if you want to do your own, like you don't necessarily have to do your own 8 sprite stuff. I like to do that when I, actually have time to do it. Make my own texture and, with like with a theme or whatever in mind for what I would want to create with the WAD, and what thematically goes with the WAD I'm making. So yeah, no, but you can also just take PNGs off the internet and like you can put those in using the methods I showed you. You will have to resize them, as you saw with the Griffith one. It didn't want to it was corrupted when it got into the game. Yeah, it was corrupted, but if you resized it to something more reasonable, it won't. You won't see those corruptions happen. You'll sometimes see it happen with stock textures as well, like doors and stuff. You have to like reset them. Anyway, yeah, I think with that, we're done. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys have a good Friday, good weekend. A good day, good night, or whatever time it is at work when you're watching this. And I will see you guys next stream. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do next stream. I'll schedule a stream when I have an idea. This is my first scheduled stream, so I'm just gonna I will think of something at some point. We'll see you guys later. Peace out. Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was about to close out, and then I noticed something. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's stock. I thought the music was screwed up for a minute. Never mind. I thought the music was screwed up. That's just the normal. Yeah, I think that's just the normal stock music. Yeah, I just haven't ran the level as long, so never mind. The game's fine. I'll end the stream here. So, peace out, guys. Everything's okay. I was freaking out for a second. Anyway, peace out. For real this time.